Hello everyone again, my name is Violetta, I'm a TV journalist and I also create YouTube videos for my two channels, Violetta English by Reportage and Violetta Notes. I will keep repeating because it's important to me. I am a perfectionist. I normally use to edit my videos a lot, or I would like to do so, but actually that takes a lot of time. Editing a video is not an easy task because it needs a lot of time, so I prefer to use a much simpler formula for recording and making the simplest, the easiest editing cuts that I could use just in order to transmit my message. This time I would like to talk about a subject which is not quite a merry and happy subject now that we are on the border of winter holidays and Christmas. I would like to talk about the fact that the rate of criminality and the rate of criminality is increasing at this time of the year. I even read some statistics and some studies about it, and I want to bring up this subject because I think it's important for us to be aware that besides the joy and good feelings that we have during this time of the year, there are also some dangers and situations that can threaten our peace, tranquility, and unfortunately at the same time our well-being. So at this time of the year, the rate of criminality increases, meaning that more thieves can do all sorts of stealing, breaking into houses, and also doing burglary and stuff like that. Also, aggression against people can increase during this time of the year. You might not be aware of that. Maybe you've never been the subject of such a situation. But that doesn't mean that we are not in danger. We don't have to blame, to be very, drastic and accuse strongly those people who are doing this kind of stuff. That won't defend us, that won't help us. What really helps us is being aware of the danger, how we can take care and how can we protect ourselves. First of all, being aware of the danger. On the other hand, being careful when we leave home for holidays, maybe on a visit to relatives or friends, to secure our environment, our home, maybe first of all by very well locking everything, the doors, the windows, but at the same time by leaving some lights on in the house, or talking to some neighbors that you can trust, and asking them to pay a bit of attention to your house. But again, people that you can certainly trust, otherwise it's not okay. Okay, now I've spoken so far about the security of goods. That's important, of course. It's quite very important for our stability and tranquility, but at the same time, it's important to take care of our own safety. And in at this time of the year, um, for instance, people who go shopping, they might not pay attention around, and they might be distracted, or they might be in a hurry, and not notice that there are people who are watching on them to steal maybe the wallet, maybe the purse or the bag or something from the car. And while doing this burglaries or these felonies, these criminal acts, these aggressive people might even hurt you. That's actually the main problem, that sometimes if they don't get what they want easily, or because they get scared about something, they might even become aggressive. So you should really pay a lot of attention. Now, of course, that's a warning. Maybe you are aware of these things, you know these uh, tricks, but when it doesn't happen to you, you tend not to um, be very attentive, and you tend to think that this will not happen to you, actually. But we should pay attention. And on the other hand, there is one mistake that people keep doing, not only during the summer holidays when, of course, many people travel, and they reach very interesting destinations or exotic destinations sometimes, and they, of course, tend to share their experience with other people, and it's natural. But even now, during the winter holidays, of course, people travel, and they share their experiences. And here is where the danger comes, because if you leave your personal house and you go on a visit to some relatives or friends, you you might tend to post on social media, and those who are involved into this kind of criminality might find information from these media, and take their evil actions. So don't be so transparent about you leaving your house, because this is not good. You can share all the beautiful moments and memories with your group of friends on social media when you return home after the holidays, because that's okay to do so. Mm. It's not too late to share your experience with your friends a few days after you return home. But okay, this is the surface, the surface thing. If this is actually what we can do in order to protect ourselves, and this is very important. But on the other hand, there is an underlying uh, situation um, involved into these acts of criminality, and this is the psychology. Now I'll talk about the psychology of the criminals, not the psychology of the victims, but the psychology of the criminals, because it is very important to understand why this happens. And of course, I'm not a specialist. I'm not you know, um, a sociologist, or um, a psychologist, but I'm a journalist. I'm a TV journalist, and my habit and my exercise, my practice is to document on different subjects and, of course, from different sources, and reach to a conclusion and present it to the public. So, yeah, I've also documented on this subject that I'm talking about today, and which I think it's quite important because we always have to be cautious. So, yes, actually, specialists who took a lot of studies about this issue say that criminality tends to increase in December, for example, in the month when there are so many celebrations. It is the birth of Jesus, our Lord Jesus Christ, and also it's the New Year's Eve and a lot of other important events. And criminality tends to increase during this time of the year because on the one hand, specialists say that those people who commit these infractionalities, maybe they want to, to buy things for themselves or for their close ones, and they don't have the financial possibility, and they are tempted to try and get some, you know, funds, money, by stealing them. Yeah, but on the other hand, another vehicle, another reason for that for which they are doing this is that the level of stress is increasing during this time of the year, and people who are already having a criminal activity and maybe they've done such things also in the past, and they have a history of this type, they are becoming stressed during this time of the year because maybe they have to stay longer with their families, and maybe they come from a very stressful environment. Who knows? uh, Maybe they have some um, alcoholic relatives, uh, and they have to deal with them during the holidays more than usual, and this is really stressful for them, and they tend to do these criminal acts just on this increasing background of stress and pressure in their personal lives. So these are two main important reasons why this happens and criminality is increasing during this time of the year. One is because people need money in order to buy presents or to buy things and enjoy the holidays, and they choose this illegal and dangerous alternative of stealing from others. And on the other hand, there is this fund, this background of stress and pressure, and people who already have criminal history tend to manifest more of this during this the holiday season, unfortunately. That doesn't mean that we have to cry for them, that we have to pity them, that we have to um, say poor them, they have such an unhappy family life, and they don't have money. Poor them, we can't pity them, but we can't also either go to the other extreme and be extremely drastic and totally unempathetic and totally accusing them. We have also to find a balance and understand the social situation of these people and what is pushing them to do this, what is pushing them to go to that place where they don't take responsibility for their lives, or what is bringing them to that limit where they choose such a life, because everyone is actually choosing the way they are living. Of course, we have to try to understand that's the most balanced, way of seeing, of viewing things. But on the other hand, we have to be cautious and we have to take care of ourselves, because yeah, most of us, we are honest people who are working, who are trying to live at peace with everyone. And of course, we don't want to be the subject of such criminal people and criminal activities, and to find ourselves in threatening or dangerous situations. Yeah, so this was my goal of reminding you that you should pay attention to these aspects, no matter what is your age. I think we should all pay attention. Okay, I hope it was useful. So see you in the next one. Goodbye.